Okay, good evening. Iboan. Can you hear me? Send me the message. Hurry up. Today we are going to discuss about the I think 2021 oral paper. අපි 2021 oral paper එක තමයි පුතේ discuss කරන්නේ. I sent that to the WhatsApp group. So I shared that. Did you try? Today I will discuss about the first paper. First MCQ paper. Okay. එක try කළාද? Okay. පුතේ paper එක තියෙනව නේද? Okay. See the first question. I told you to try. Okay. Takala balan pude. Most of the students are the recording, so I'll record this class. So then I will share this recording also. Okay. See the first question. If you have any problem, send me the message. Okay. I didn't mute the mic. Okay. Yes, I didn't mute the tute, so mic. So therefore, you can ask any question. Okay. If not, you can send me the message. Okay. See the first question. You are given a small paragraph. Before that, send me the details of yours. What is the school of you and in which district? Okay, Gamba. Oh, Colombo. Okay. Gamba. Okay. Okay. So this is the first paragraph. Answer the question number 5 to 1. Yes, 1 to 5. Paying attention to the following case. Okay. So the balano order dila tina podi description nika. A description niki. By description niki 1 to 5 questions holder answer mark karanna one. Okay. See the first question. What are the human needs satisfied by the awareness program conducted on Let's Prevent Dengue? Yes, in the above case, එතකොට එයාලා program එකක් implement කරලා තියෙනවා Let's Prevent Dengue. So in the above case, එතකොට මොකද්ද අපිට දීලා තියෙන paragraph එක? An educational program on Let's Prevent Dengue was conducted at Dumbara Mahavidyalaya with the human resources of Dumbara Regional Hospital. Yes, Police Station and Thrift and Credit Cooperative Society. Thrift and Credit Cooperative Society කියන්නේ සනස. ඔය දැන් සනස කියලා තියෙනවා. එයාට තමයි ඒගොල්ලන්ට අපි කියන්නේ Thrift and Credit Cooperative Society. And the financial sponsorship of Gamunu, the owner of Gamunu rubber product business of his employees, the students, teachers and parents of Dumbara Mahavidyalaya and Madalanda Vidyalaya participated in that program. Okay. So we know what is the human need satisfied by the awareness program. Through the awareness program, we are going to, or we are providing the information about the certain incident. So that means awareness means we are giving the education. Okay, then we are satisfying education need. Okay, second one is the answer for first question. Second one is the answer. Okay. Now see the second question. දෙවෙනි ප්‍රශ්න බලන්න. Second question. An example for an internal environmental factor of Dumbara Mahavidyalaya. But we know in internal environment mean the parties who are working within the business organization. Normally, who are the parties normally within the business? We know owner, director, managers, and employees. Okay, and employees, those parties are implementing their activities within the business. So here, yes, Dumbara Mahavidyalaya in internal factors of school. We know within the school, teachers, students, principal, and other administration committee are working. Okay, here we can take the answer as 1. 1 is the answer. But the පළවෙනි එක තමයි answer එක. For the question number 2. Okay. Let's see the question number 3. A private sector business organization included in the above case. Private sector business organization. We know according to the ownership of the business, you can classify the organizations as private sector business and the state ownership. The private sector business and the state ownership businesses you can identify. But here a regional hospital is controlled by the government. And Thrift and Credit Cooperative Society, who belong there? පුතා කවුද ඒක control කරන්නේ? We know they are members, and among the members they can appoint the board of directors. A Thrift and Credit Cooperative Society के director board එකක් appoint කරගන්නවා among the members, so they can control according to their constitution. හරි, එයාලගේ ව්‍යවස්ථාවට අනුව එයාලා control කරනවා. හරි, ඒතර they are the person who deciding the interest rate and the credit limits and things. Those are ඒගොල්ලන්ට අපි කියන පාලක මණ්ඩලයක්, ඒ වගේ අර board එකක් විසින් තමයි පාලනය කරන්නේ. එතකොට second one is the answer. Yes. Private sector control එකක් තියෙන පුතේ Thrift and Credit Cooperative Society එකේ. Okay. Then fourth one. Dumbara Regional Hospital is a drugs manufacturing business. The manufacturing business එකක්ද hospital කියන්නේ? Hospital එකේ drugs manufacture කරනවා. නෑනේ. ඒතකොට ඒක wrong. For profit business, we know regional hospital mean it is a government hospital, therefore it is not working for earning profits. Profits earn කරන්නේ මේ පුතේ ඒක maintain වෙන්නේ. හරි. A service providing business. Yes, that is true. පුතේ නම් අපිට ගන්න වෙන්නේ answer is 3. For the fourth question, answer is 3. For the fourth question, answer is 3. Okay. Let's see the fifth one. Select the answer indicated an example for the production factor entrepreneurship. So the entrepreneurship relates with the owner. Entrepreneurship means that is the ability to gather the resources like land, labor, capital. Okay. The person who can gather the other production factors and commence the business is known as an entrepreneur. entrepreneur කියලා කියන්නේ පුතේ අනිත් මේ production factors ටික merge කරලා, කියන්නේ combine කරලා business එකක් commence කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඒගොල්ලන්ට අපි කියන පුතේ entrepreneurs ලා කියලා. entrepreneurship කියන එකෙන් මේකෙන් අදහස් වෙන entrepreneurship එකට relate වෙන්නේ ඔන්න ඔය function එකට relates වෙන දේ. එතන මෙතන rubber used for products කියන්නේ ඒක material නේ. Material is belongs to the here rubber කියන්නේ capital එකන්නේ man made thing නේ. Money employed for businesses. එතකොට money employ කරනවා කියන්නේ ඒකත් අපි ගන්න capital factor එකක් ඇටියට. ගැමුණු the owner of the business. අන්න owner එන්නේ පුතේ entrepreneurship එකට relates වෙලා. එහෙනම් we can take the answer as 3 for question number 5. එහෙනම් question number 5 වලට පුතේ answer එක 3. 3 is the answer. Okay, now see the next one. 6th one. Supun is conducting an electric bulb manufacturing business. A threat to this business is threat එකක් කියන්නේ internal fact එකක්ද external fact එකක්ද කියන්න බලන්න. threat කියන්නේ internal fact එකක්ද external fact එකක්ද? You know about the SWOT analysis. Under the SWOT analysis, yes, we know, very good. Under the SWOT analysis, we know strengths and weaknesses are the factors in the business or within the business. And opportunities and threats are external factors. Okay. So here, threat comes under the external factor now. So read the given answers. The skilled employees leaving the business. So the skilled employees leaving the business can එක internal factor එකක්. business එක ඇතුලේ ඉන්න skilled අයනේ යන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ එක්ක business එකේ salaries මදි හරි මොකක් හරි යාගේ working condition එකට support කරන්නේ එක්ක යාගේ path එකට future එකට ඒක වැඩක් නැහැ business එකේ ඉන්නේ. Therefore they are leaving. එතකොට ඒක internal fact එක. Then the increasing of demand for solar power bulbs production. පුතේ increasing of demand. demand එක increase වෙනවා කියන්නේ ඒක external environment එකේ වෙන්නේ. එතකොට කට්ටිය ඒකට demand කරනවා නම් more and more අපි කියන පුතේ ඒක business එකට threat එකක්. increasing of demand for solar power bulb products. සමහරලාට ඔයාට ඒක fulfill කරන්න බැරි වුණොත් ඒක ඔයාට ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙනවා. හරිද? එතකොට production capacity එක වැඩි කරගන්න වෙනවා. එතකොට ඒක ටිකක් ඔයාට සමහරලාට bear කරගන්න අමාරු. Okay? Ila not paying the installment of the bank loan කියන පුතේ ඒක internal factor යනවා. bank loan එක කිව්වේ නේ කෙනෙක් ඔයාගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක්. ඒසයි ඒක internal. Not maintain the financial statement, it is also an internal factor. Okay, so second one is the answer. Okay, so what is the answer for 7th one? Ruan produces cane products in his house and sells them by going from door to door. අපි දන්නවා යාලා බිස්නස් එකක් කරගෙන යනකොට මේක door to door ගිහිල්ලා තමයි යාලා selling කරන්නේ. personal selling කියලා අපි ඒකට කියනවා. එතකොට අපි අහනවා Ruwan is a fixed large scale retail trader. fixed large scale කියන්නේ පුතේ ඔය නිකන් සුපර් මාකට් වගේ වань. එතකොට fixed එක තැනක තියෙන්නේ නමුත් large scale. එතකොට ඒ සුපර් මාකට් වගේ දේවල් පුතේ. a fixed small scale retail trader. එතකොට ඔය දැන් පොඩි කඩ දාගෙන ඉන්නේ ඔය දැන් මාළු ඔය දැන් fisherman කෙනෙක් එහෙම ඒ fisheries products තියෙන්නේ එක තැනක ඒ වගේ අර small outlet එකක් හදාගෙන දෙන. එතකොට ඒක fixed එතෙන්ට අවිලා තමයි කට්ටිය බඩු ගන්න. එයා යන්නේ නැහැ කොහෙවත්. එතකොට ඒක අපි කියන්නේ fixed කියලා. small scale, not a large amount of capital and not large amount of employees. Okay, ඊට අපි කියනවා ඒවට fixed small scale retail trader. ඊළඟට a mobile small scale wholesale trader. small scale තමයි. නමුත් wholesale trader කියන්නේ he sells goods with the purpose of reselling. එහෙනම් එයා තව කාටවර විකුණනවා රීසෙලින් කරන්න. එයා සමහරලාට ඔය මෂ්රූම් වගේ පොඩි ඔය මොබයිල් ට්‍රේඩර් කෙනෙක් ඇවිල්ලා මොබයිල් මැනුෆැක්චරර් කෙනෙක් ඇවිල්ලා මෂ්රූම්ස් දාගෙන යනවා පුතේ කඩවල වලට. එතන මෂ්රූම්ස් දාගෙන යන්නේ යාර මෂ්රූම්ස් පැකට් තියෙන. එතකොට ඒව කඩෙන් එක ෂොප්ස් වලට දාගෙන යනවා. එතකොට ෂොප් එකේ ඉන්න කෙනා ප්‍රොෆිට් එකක් තියාගෙන ආයි කස්ටමර්ට එන්ඩ් කස්ටමර්ට විකුණනවා. එතකොට ඒවට අපි කියන්නේ wholesale small scale trader. තේරෙනවද? එතකොට මෙයා මෙහෙම කෙනෙකුත් නෙමෙයි. එයා කෙලින්ම ඒකේ කස්ටමර්ස්ලා ගාවට ගෙදරින් ගෙදරට ගිහිල්ලා විකුණනවා. එතකොට පුතේ mobile small scale retail trader කෙනෙක් මෙයා. එතකොට මෙයා reselling purpose නෙමෙයි sell කරන්නේ කෙලින්ම end customer. එතකොට පුතේ මේක mobile small scale retail trader. Now fourth one is the answer for question number 7. එහෙනම් පුතේ question number 7 වලට answer is 4. Answer is 4. හරි. පුතේ මට අද මේ ක්ලාස් එකේ link එක ගොඩක් classes වලට share කරන්න බැරි වුණා. time එකක් තිබ්බේ නැහැ. මම මේ group එකට විතරයි දැම්මේ. තව අපේ groups දෙක තුනක් තිබ්බා. ඒවට මට share කරන්න බැරි වුණා. එතකොට ඔයාලා යාළුවෝ අතර ගොඩක් share කරලා මේක දැන් recording එකක් තියෙනවනේ. මම recording එකේ link එකක් group එකට දාන්න. YouTube link එකේ. එතකොට මේ ඊට පස්සේ ඔයාලා යාළුවන්ටත් පොඩක් share කරන්න. එහෙම වුණොත් එයාලට මේ අපි explanation එක බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. එයාලට මේ techniques ටික අල්ල ගන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට මේ සති තුනේ අපි පොඩ්ඩක් ගොඩ දාගමු වැඩ ටික. තව papers 3ක් මම ඔයාලට discuss කරලා දෙනවා. එහෙම වුණොත් අපිට අද 16 නේ 23rd අපිට හම්බ වෙන්න පුළුවන් 30th Friday කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඕනනම් first week of February මම කරලා දෙන්නම් paper එක. අතට 4 papers අපිට discuss කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Okay? ඔයාලා මට පොඩ්ඩක් comment එකක් දාන්න පුතේ whether I should discuss the MCQs or essay questions. If you need to clarify about the essay questions, then send me the WhatsApp message. Then I will arrange the session to explain the certain difficult parts. Okay? එහෙම නැත්නම් මම ගොඩක් focus කළේ MCQs ටික discuss කරගෙන යන්න. මොකද most of the students are struggling with the MCQs. MCQs එක තමයි පොඩි අවුලක් තියෙන කට්ටියට. ඒක නිසා MCQs ටික explain කරලා ඒතර මම papers 4 discuss කරනවා කියන පුතේ 200 questions I can discuss now. හරි? Therefore, if you need more clarifications about the essay and structured questions, then send me the WhatsApp message. Then I will arrange a session. Okay? Arrange a session. Okay? Okay. So, see the 8th one. Question number 8. Question number 8. What is the answer? Which of the following is not an economic environmental factor affected to business? Okay, not an economic environmental factor. No, there are several environmental factors. No, legal, political, economical or economic, and the community, global environment. There are many. So out of those, what is the answer? Not an economic environmental factor. So the economic environmental factor එකක් වෙන්නේ නැත්තේ මොකද්ද කියලා අහන්න. ඒතර economic environment කියන්නේ පුතේ business world. Business world mean price of the goods, interest rates, and the demand and supply of the people. හරි. එතකොට ඒව තමයි පුතේ අපි කියන්නේ economic environmental factor එකක් කියලා. ඒතර මේකේ interest rate එක පුතේ economic environmental factor එකක්. interest rate එක කියන්නේ. ඒතර interest rate කියන්නේ savings rate එක, loan rate එක, there are many. okay. ඒතර interest rate කිව්වම පුතේ එනවා ගොඩක්. ඔයා loan එකක් ගත්තාම මේක interest එක, ඔයා fixed deposit එකක්, saving එකක් කරාම ඒකේ interest rate එක, investment rate එක. හරි. ඒතර ඒ ඔක්කොම තමයි interest rate කියන්නේ. foreign exchange rate කියන්නේ ඔය foreign currencies, that is the ratio between the foreign currencies. the foreign currencies exchange වන rate එක තමයි අපි කියන්නේ foreign exchange rate කියලා. හරි. it is an economic environmental factor. okay. the literacy rate mean ability to reading and writing and understanding things. එතකොට මේ literacy rate කියන්නේ පුතේ ඒක අපි කියන social and cultural environmental factor එක. එතකොට අපිට ඒක economic environmental එක effect එකක් නෙමෙයි. ඊළඟට fourth one is inflation. අපි දන්නා පුතේ continuously increasing the price of the goods නේ. ඒකනේ අපි කියන්නේ inflation කියලා. inflation එන්නේ economic factor එකකට. okay. so then answer is third one. තුන්වෙනි එක තමයි answer එක. හරිද? third one is the answer. okay. then ninth one. The Gyan purchased his air ticket and paid using a Bank of Ceylon debit card. To do this transaction, Gyan should have පුතේ දැන් එයා payment එක කළා තියෙන debit card එකකින්නේ. that normally debit card involves with his bank account. When he do the transactions through the bank card, then the balance will be decreased. හරි. එතකොට දැන් මෙයාගෙන් අහනවා එයාට debit card එකකින් transaction එකක් කරන්න නම් එයාට මොකද්ද තියෙන්න ඕන? a credit card of a Bank of Ceylon. Credit card කියන්නේ පුතේ interest free loan එකක්. එතකොට it doesn't want an account එකක් ඕනේ නැහැ පුතේ credit card එක. ඒක without account දෙන card එකක්, facility එකක්. no any account in the bank account එකත් wrong. ඒතර අපිට තියෙනවා පුතේ තව මොකද? third one, a fixed deposit with a cash balance equivalent to the amount spent of the wrong. අපිට fixed deposit එක නෙමෙයි පුතේ card එක link කරන්නේ. card එක link කරන්නේ debit මේ normal savings account එකට. yes, fourth one is the answer. A savings account with a cash balance. cash balance එකක් තියෙන්නත් ඕනේ. නැත්නම් otherwise he can't do the transaction. ඔයා food city එකට ගිහිල්ලා බඩු ගත්තාම card එක දෙනවනේ. ඒතකොට card එක කියන්නේ debit card එක. හරි. ඒතර ඉස්සර නම් ATM card cash withdraw කරන්න card එක වෙනයි, debit card වෙනයි, credit card වෙනයි තිබ්බ. දැන් නම් ATM machine එකෙන් transactions කරන එකයි card payments කරන එකයි දෙකම merge කරලා දැන් එයාලා debit card එකට ඒ functions දෙකම පුළුවන්. what if you have a debit card, you can withdraw money from the ATM machines, and you can deposit the money by using the card, and sometimes you can pay your bills through cards. ඒක නිසා මේ එක debit card කියන්නේ ඒකට, credit card කියන්නේ separate card එකක්. එතකොට ඔයාට card debit card එකයි credit card එක දෙකක් use කරන්න ඕන. ඒකට two separate cards ඕන වෙනවා. Okay. And for the 9th question, answer is 4. Okay. See the 10th one. 10th question. A licensed commercial bank operated under a license issued by Central Bank of Sri Lanka. එහෙනම් මේ commercial bank එකක් අහනවා. Commercial bank කියන්නේ මොකද්ද පුතේ? What is the meaning of commercial bank? Commercial bank is the banks, those who are maintaining the current account. Current account එක maintain කරන current account කියන්නේ මොනවද? That is a special account. That is a special account which can be opened for do the transactions through checks. The checks වලින් transactions කරන්න open කරන අපි bank account එකට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? current account එකක් කියලා. ඒතර current account maintain කරන් යන banks වලට අපි කියන පුතේ commercial banks. Commercial banks. Commercial banks කියන්නේ commercial bank නෙමෙයි. Commercial banks කියන්නේ central bank එකේ අර current account maintain කරන් යන්න license bank වලට අපි කියන. ඒතර අපිට මේක දීලා තියෙනවා state mortgage and investment bank. එතකොට ඒක රාජ්‍ය කස් ආයෝජන බැංකුව කියලා කියන්නේ. එතකොට ඒක පුතේ not the commercial bank. National savings bank එක පුතේ ඒවත් එන්නේ development bank category එකට. Sanasa development bank ඒවත් development bank. එතකොට people's bank. The people's bank can maintain the current account. Okay, එහෙනම් current account maintain කරන් යන banks වලට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ commercial bank කියලා. ඒ commercial banks වෙන්නේ මේ සම්පත් people's BOC Bank of Ceylon ඊළඟට Hatton National Bank, Nation Trust, Ceylon, සම්පත් ඒ ඔක්කොම HSBC. Okay. පුතේ එච්චරයි ඔන්න 10th question. Okay, now see the other questions. How many questions correct out of 10? Yes, answer. Okay. Now see the question number 11. Hari, බලන්න පුතේ. Question number 11. You are given the small paragraph. Read the paragraph. Paragraph එක කියවලා බලන්න. Send me the answer for question number 11. Hari, බලන්න පුතේ. Pial was slightly injured by an accident while he was traveling by a rented trishaw. At the same time, the owner who drove the trishaw informed his insurance company, Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation Limited, about this accident via a short message using the mobile phone. Okay. So according to the above incident, select the answer that shows the first party, the second party, and the third party involved in insurance respectively. මේකේ දැන් අපි first party කියලා කියන්නේ the person who obtained the insurance coverage. එහෙනම් insurance cover එක ගන්න එක්කෙනා තමයි පුතේ first party. Okay. Insurance facility එක provide කරන එක්කෙනාට අපි කියනවා second party. then all other parties in addition to first and second are known as third party. අපි හිතමු දැන් ඔයා වෙහිකල් එකක් ගන්නවා කියලා. ඒතර වෙහිකල් එකක් ගන්නවා නම් ඔයා මේ වෙහිකල් එකට ඔයා ගන්නවා මේ ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් කවරේජ් එකක්. එතකොට කවර් එකක්. එතකොට ඒ ඔයා තමයි ෆස්ට් පාර්ටි එක වෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් කම්පැනි එක තමයි සෙකන්ඩ් පාර්ටි එක වෙන්නේ. මොකද who is providing the insurance facility. third party වෙන්නේ ඔයා එක්ක වාහනේ ගිහිල්ලා ඔය පාරේ යන ගමන් ගෙදරකට තාප්පේ කඩාගෙන ගියොත් එමෙ හැප්පීගෙන නැත්නම් පාරේ ගමන් කරන එක්කෙනෙක් එම ඇක්සිඩන්ට් කරොත් එහෙම. ඒතර එයා තමයි third party. හරි. පුතේ මේකේ මොකක්ද ආන්සර් එක? yes. දැන් මේකේ කවුද ඉන්ෆෝම් කරන්නේ accident එක ගැන? yes, who drove the trishaw? trishaw එක drove කරපු එක්කෙනා තමයි ඉන්ෆෝම් කරන්නේ. මොකද එයානේ පුතේ ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් එක ඔබ්ටේන් කරලා තියෙන පැසෙන්ජර්ස්ලට. පැසෙන්ජර්ස්ලට ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් කවර් එක අරන් තියෙන්නේ එයා තමයි. එතකොට එයා තමයි ෆස්ට් පාර්ටි එක. the owner of the trishaw. ඒ ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් ෆැසිලිටි එක ප්‍රොවයිඩ් කරන්නේ සෙකන්ඩ් පාර්ටි එක. ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් කෝපරේෂන්. එතකොට ඒක පැසෙන්ජර් තමයි PL. එතකොට එයා තමයි third party එක. එහෙනම් පුතේ ආන්සර් එක මොකද්ද? yes, third one is the answer. Third one is the answer. Okay, respectively, first party, first, second, and third party, respectively. Yes, third one is the answer for question number 11. Okay, so this is the 12th question. What is the communication medium of the short message used by the owner of the trishaw to inform the accident in the above case belongs to? පුතේ දැන් එයා ටෙක්ස්ට් මැසේජ් එකක් නේද දැම්ම කිව්වේ ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් කෝපරේෂන් එකට. yes. මෙයා එතකොට මොකද ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් කෝපරේෂන් ලිමිටඩ් about the accident via a short message using the mobile phone. ආයෙන මැසේජ් එක තමයි ටක් ගාලා ටයිප් කරලා දාලා තියෙන්නේ. කො දැන් අපි දන්නවනේ පුතේ ඇක්සිඩන්ට් එකක් වුණාම දැන් ඉස්සර තමයි මොකද උනේ කෝල් කළා ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් කම්පැනි එකට ඒ ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් ඒජන්ට් එනකන් අපි එතෙන්ටලා ඉන්නෝ ඉඳගෙන ඉන්නවා. ඊට පස්සේ අර සමහර ලාට ඇක්සිඩන්ට් කරපු එක්කෙනත් එක්ක තමයි දැන් දෙන්නට වින්ද වෙනෝනේ. තව වාහනයක ඇක්සිඩන්ට් වුණා නම් ඒ වාහන දෙකේම කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් එකේ ඒජන්ට් එනකන්. ඊට පස්සේ මුලින් බැනගෙන කරගෙන තරහ වෙලා ඉඳලා පස්සේ ටිකක් වෙලා යනකොට ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් ඒජන්ට් එන්න පරක් වෙනකොට කම්මැලිනේ කවුරුවත් නැන්නේ දෙන්න විතරයි ඉන්නේ. ඊට දෙන්නම කියලා තේ එකක් බීලා ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් එකේ ඒජන්ට් එනකන් ඉන්නේ. okay, so nowadays we don't do that. අපි දැන් එහෙම කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ පුතේ. දැන් ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් කම්පැනි එකකින් කියලා තියෙනවා ඇක්සිඩන්ට් එකක් වුණා නම් මෙන්න මෙහෙම ෆොටෝස් ටික ගහලා ඇක්සිඩන්ට් එකේ ඒ වෙහිකල් එක ඒ ඇන්ගල් ටික එහෙම මේව කරලා ෆොටෝස් ටික අප්ලෝඩ් කරන්න කියලා. එතකොට ඒ ඉන්ස්පෙක්ෂන් එක ගිහිල්ලා ඊට පස්සේ අපිට වාහනේ අරන් ගිහලා එතනින් ගරාජ් එකට දාන්න පුළුවන්. ඊට පස්සේ කොටේෂන් එකක් ඉල්ලනවා. ඒක රිපෙයාර් කරන්න යන ඊට පස්සේ කොටේෂන් එක සබ්මිට් කරලා ඊට පස්සේ තමයි ඒක අප්‍රූව් වෙලා they will give the compensation. එයාලා වන්දි දෙන්නේ එහෙම. එතකොට පුතේ දැන් මේ මැසේජ් එක මොකද්ද? electronic type කරලා නෙවෙයි written. yes, electronic written. that means second one. Second one is the answer for question number 12. They understood? Any question? Okay. See the third question. Elements of transportation and the examples for them are given in the following table. Elements of transportation and the example. Up to now there are 4 elements in the transportation. Yes. Waste, medium, power and terminal. Medium එකම තමයි පුතේ mode කියලා තියෙන්නේ. Okay. What is the example for ways? අපිට දන්නවා roadways, airways, හරි එහෙම තියෙනවනේ railways. එතකොට මේකේ මොකක්ද තියෙන්නේ? Opening a fuel station with modern facilities. ඒක පුතේ මොකක්ද? ඒ කියන්නේ power. Fuel station එක open කරනවා කියන්නේ power එකනේ. Mode කියන්නේ what is the medium you are using to transport your passengers or goods. What is the mode you used? Opening the expressway from Mirigama to Kurunegala, that is the way. Yes, then first one B. Mode mean establishing a new railway station. Terminal. The railway station the place where passengers can take the medium. Terminals. D is the mode. Launching a luxury train service from Mount Lavinia to Kankasanturi. Yes. ඒක තමයි පුතේ අපි luxury train තමයි mode එක විදිහට use කරන්නේ අපි passengers ලව transport කරන්න. mode එක එහෙම නැත්නම් medium එක කියන්නේ ඒක. bus the train the aircraft the van the car the මොකක්ද කියන එක medium එක. power එකට ආවේ පුතේ A fuel station. Fourth one terminal is C. Then B, D, A, C. First one is the answer. For question number 13, first one is the answer. Okay. Okay, now quickly see the other questions. Fourteenth question. Evaluating the sales of the year 2021 by the sales manager belongs to the blank. Function in the management process and selling goods subject to the 5% discount in the 2022 belongs to the blank. Of the marketing mix, select the answer that shows the correct terms to the place 1 and 2 in the above statement respectively. So, what is the function of for the A? පළවෙනි එකට මොකද function එක? Evaluating the sales, evaluate කරනවා කියන්නේ මොකද පුතේ? Controlling. Yes, very good. Evaluating means controlling. Then api isellama when we decide the path of the strategies, it is called planning. Then you should evaluate whether those are implement correctly or not. එහෙනම් ඒවා correctly implement කරාද නැද්ද කියලා බලා ගන්න තමයි අපි controlling evaluate කරන්නේ. ඒතකොට ඒක controlling. ඊළඟට 5% discount එක belong වෙන්නේ 5% discount දුන්නාම we can reduce the price, then that is belongs to the price. And up the first one controlling, second is space, price. Okay, then fourth one is the answer. For question number 14th, fourth one is the answer. Okay. ඔන්න ඔයාලට දීලා තියෙනවා පුතේ grade 11 වල last question, last lesson එකේ. That is the last lesson, investment. Okay, so Ranga invested rupees 250,000 earned by him in ordinary shares of a public limited company. He received rupees 10,000 from the profit earned by the company in the year 2021. After that, he sold all the shares for 350,000. Select the answer that shows the correct term for the returns Ranga earned from the investment. Okay. ඉස්සල්ලාම යාට හම්බුනානේ දැන් මේ 250,000 investment එකට පුතේ he received 10,000 from the profit earned by the company. එතකොට company එක earn කළ profit එකෙන් share එකක් නේ හම්බුනේ. It is known as share of profits. පුතේ share of profits mean it is called dividends. Share of profits වලට අපි කියනවා පුතේ නමක් dividends කියලා. එහෙනම් when you purchase shares, or when you purchase the shares, you can earn the dividends for an every year. And හැම අවුරුද්දම වට dividend earn කරන්න පුළුවන් if the company earn profit. company එක profit එකක් earn කළොත් වාට පුළුවන් මේ dividends earn කරන්න. හරි? Then after that he sold all the shares for 350,000. But then බලන්න he purchased shares for 250,000. Then he sold those for 350,000. Additional 100,000 he earned through this. This is called capital gains. මේවට කියන පුතේ capital gains කියලා. මොකද ගත්ත ගානට වඩා වැඩි ගානට විකුණන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඒ profit එකට අපි කියන්නේ පුතේ capital gains කියලා. ඔයා කාර් එකක් ගත්ත ගානට වඩා වැඩි ගානට විකුණනවා. ඒතකොට capital gain නේ. ඔයා jewelries අරගෙන වැඩි ගානට විකුණනවා. land එකක් අරන් වැඩි ගානට විකුණනවා. එහෙනම් ගත්ත cost එකට වඩා selling price එක වැඩි නම් අපි ඒවට කියන පුතේ capital gains කියලා. ඒවා revenue නෙමෙයි. revenue කියන්නේ පුතේ ඔයාට ලැබෙන annually ලැබෙන annually හරි monthly හරි ලැබෙන income එකට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ revenue කියලා. interest income. හරි ඒවා income, ඒවා revenues. මේවා capital gains, මේවා profits. මේවා අර අපිට ඒක sell කිරීමෙන් ලැබෙන profit එක. ඒකයි කියන්නේ capital gains කියලා. එහෙනම් පුතේ second one is the answer. He earned dividends and the capital gains. For the question number 15, second one is the answer. Okay. Now see the 16th question. Last question for business from the business studies. और दानों ने first question first paper के हैदने हैं आगे first paper का MCQ paper का 16 questions from the BS. Remaining 24 from the accounting. And accounting part is more important than the business studies. Okay, both we want, but much important thing is accounting. Okay, see the last question. That means 16th question. What is the source of investment that does not have a fixed rate of return? The fixed rate නැති returns වල fixed rate නැති එක. දැන් fixed deposit එකක් දැම්මොත් පුතේ ඔයාට හම්බෙන්නේ annually 7% 8% නේ දෙන්න. ඒක fixed rate for the period. Treasury bills also same. Treasury bills mean that is the instrument issued by the central bank for the short term fund requirements. For the short term fund requirements also treasury bills are. Treasury bonds mean those are long-term securities, financial instruments. Eva 3 years, 2 years, 5 years, and bills, treasury bills, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. So, eva then put a fixed interest rate. Saving deposits are then put a fixed rate. Or saving account 4 hari, 5 hari, 5% then Okay. Ordinary shares are the investment in ordinary share investment is the only investment which gets the variable or different returns. පුතේ දැන් ordinary shares කියන්නේ අපි company එකක shares කියන්නේ ownership එකනේ අපි purchase කරන්නේ. එතකොට according to the dividend, according to the profit, you will get the various dividend rates. එහෙනම් එයා profit එක earn කරන්න එකේ capacity එක අනුව තමයි ඔයාට dividends හම්බ වෙන ප්‍රමාණය decide වෙන්නේ. ඒතර company එක වැඩි dividend එකක් profit එකක් earn කරොත් ඔයාට වැඩි dividend එකක් හම්බ වෙනවා. හරි? ඒතර it is not fixed. It is varied with your profit. හරිද පුතේ? එහෙනම් අන්න varied return එකක් ගන්න නම් හොඳ මොකක්ද? Fourth one, ordinary shares. ඒකනේ කියන්නේ දැන් ඔය share market එකේ invest කරන්න එතකොට හොඳ profit ගන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකයි පුතේ. ඒක නිසා ටට්ටක් ගාලා ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට කියන්න බෑ කොයි වෙලාවෙ ඒ risk එක තමයි ඉතින් වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන් අඩු වෙන්න පුළුවන්. But more the risk, more the return. ඔය risk එක ගන්න තරමට return එක ඕනට වඩා risk එක ගත්තොත් එම return නෙමෙයි වෙන්නේ investment එක නැති වෙන එක. So ඕනට වඩා නෙමෙයි. You should manage the risk. That is the main principle of the investment. You should manage your risk. Not the නැත්තම් මට ගොඩාක් සල්ලි හම්බ කරන්න ඕනට වඩා risk එකක් අරගෙන ඊට පස්සේ loss වෙලා යනවා. එහෙම නෙමෙයි, you should manage the risk. එහෙනම් පුතේ question number 16, fourth one is the answer. Okay. එහෙනම් ඔන්න business studies part එක ඉවරයි. business studies part එක ඉවරයි. business studies question 16 වලින් කොච්චරක් හරිද? send me the answer. Can බලන්න පුතේ how many questions correct from the business studies? Okay, then see the how many questions correct from the business studies questions? Because up to 16 question is relevant from the business studies, no? Okay, very good. So then now see the commerce accounting questions. See the 17th one. See the 17th one. Select the answer, including only the accounts recorded according to the double entry principle of decreased debit, increased credit. But we know there are 5 double entry principles: assets, liabilities, equity, income, and expenses. So what are the double entry principles of these? Assets increases debit, decreases credit. Under the liabilities, increases credit, decreases debit. Equity, same. Increases credit, decreases debit. Income, same. Increases credit, decreases debit. Expenditures, increases debit, decreases credit. So then බලන්න මේකේ මොකද්ද increases debit, decreases debit, increases credit when accounts මොනවද? ඉස්සෙල්ලාම creditors account what the particular decreases debit, increases credit. Yes, creditors account හරි. drawings the drawings කියන්නේ equity account equity account එක sales account එක income account එකත් හරි but insurance charge account mean expense then it is wrong first one is wrong second one bank loan correct creditors okay discount allowed is an expense then wrong second one is also wrong third one wages account mean it is an expense fourth one capital account okay creditors account okay bank loan account okay it's a liability discount received account is also okay because it's an income fourth one is the answer increases credit decreases debit when liabilities income and equity accounts fourth one is the answer capital account can equity creditors can liability bank loan can liability discount received can income increases credit decreases debit okay fourth one is the answer for question number 17 then question number 18 see the question number 18th a non-current asset of a furniture manufacturing business is the furniture manufacturing business එකක non-current assets කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා non-current assets mean assets which are using more than a year එතකොට year එකකට වඩා වැඩියෙන් use කරන ඒවට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ පුතේ non-current assets ඒ කියන්නේ long term benefits තියෙන ඒවා මොනවද ඒ කියන්නේ building motor vehicle land ඔය වගේ දේවල් more than a year පුතේ බලන්න first one receivable building rent කියන්නේ පුතේ it is a short term thing because receivable building rent කියන්නේ පුතේ ඊළඟ month එකේදී වගේ හම්බෙනවනේ ඔක එතකොට short term එක furniture for sale කියන්නේ පුතේ මේක non current asset යන්නේ මේක inventory එක because this is a furniture manufacturing business no therefore they purchase furniture for sale okay carpenter table then a carpenter table is a furniture that is used for the business එහෙනම් ඒක furniture table එක කියන්නේ carpenter table එක කියන්නේ පුතේ මේ ඒක use කරන එක එතකොට that is a non current asset cash in hand means it's a short term and third one is the answer but then question number 18 third one is the answer question number 18 third one is the answer okay බලන්න පුතේ ඉතුරු ටිකක් from 19 to 21 you should use the following information answer the question number 19 to 21 using the following information okay you are given ABCD for information purchasing a stock of goods rupees 25,000 in cash selling a stock of goods which was purchased rupees 10,000 for 12,000 on credit receiving amount 5,000 from a creditor purchasing a table of rupees 50,000 on credit for the business office yes for the 19th question 19th one from the above information from the above transactions the transaction affected for the equity of the business accounting equation of the business is the accounting equation එකේ equity වලට affect වන transaction එක මොකක්ද කියලා අහන්න. We know income and expenditures are affected on equity. And also additional capitals and drawings are also affected to the equity. එතකොට පුතේ මේකේ මොකද්ද? Purchasing stock of goods in cash. එතකොට අපි දන්නවා cash increases, cash decreases වෙනවා, stock increases වෙනවා. එතකොට පුතේ both are assets. assets වල විතරයි බලපාන්නේ. B, selling a stock of goods which was purchased at 10,000 for 12,000 on credit. පුතේ නම් 10,000 stock එක 12,000 වලට විකුණනකොට 10,000 asset එකේ cost එක අඩු වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ inventories අඩු වෙනවා. Then stock decreases by 10,000. When you sold on credit, you won't get the money. පුතේ ඔයා 12,000 වලට sell කරද්දී ඔයාට සල්ලි එන්නේ නැහැ on credit නේ. Then that receivable amount called debtor value. Debtor or trade receivables. Both factors are assets. මේ දෙකම assets පුතේ. But the difference is මේක difference එක පුතේ 2,000 නේ. It is the profit. That is the profit. Profit is belong to the equity. අනේ ඒක equity එකට බලපානවා පුතේ. එහෙනම් මේ B impact වෙනවා, effect වෙනවා equity වලට. එහෙනම් B is the answer. Receiving amount from the debtor කියන්නේ පුතේ cash increases, debtor decreases. For both are assets. D, purchasing a table on credit mean assets increases, liability increases. So B is the answer. Put the question number 19. Second one is the answer. Okay. See the 20th one. After the above transactions, the value of assets of the accounting equation of the business increases by. Okay. පුතේ බලන්න assets increases වෙන්නේ assets increase වෙන්නේ කීයකින්ද කියලා? Assets increase වෙන්නේ කීයකින්ද බලන්න. You can prepare the accounting equation for the 20th question. Okay, after the above transactions නේ බලන්න පුතේ. Purchasing a stock of goods, you can write the formula, your equation assets equal capital plus liabilities. Okay, first one, A, purchasing a stock of goods in cash, then cash decreases by 25,000, cash decreases, inventory increases, stock කියලා කියමුකෝ, stock. ඊළඟ පුතේ B, I told you when you sold 10,000 worth goods for 12,000 on credit නේ ඒ 10,000 වලින් stock එක අඩු වෙනවා, stock decreases by 10,000. Then when you sold on credit, it's a debtor, it's an asset. Debtor asset will increase. Then by 2,000, your capital increases. By 2,000, capital increases because of the profit. They see receiving amount of rupees 5,000 from a debtor. 5,000 debtor ගෙන් හම්බුනහම පුතේ cash increases වෙනවා. debtor value decreases. Cash increases, debtor value decreases. Cash increases, debtor value decreases. If you have any problem, send me the message, okay? So the purchasing a table on credit, then 50,000 table, and it's a liability on credit, no? Then it's a liability. Creditors kila damko, it's a liability. So the assets increases, liability increases. Then what is the total after these transactions? What is the total of these? Let me write total again. Here minus plus set off. Then here 2000 increases. Here set off minus plus. Then plus 5000 minus 5000 can take impact and set off. So here 2000 plus 50,000. Then 52,000 is the answer. Increased by 52,000. Increased by 52,000. Understood? So if you want, take the screenshot of this. Okay. Then see the 20, 21, 21. Okay. So after the, oh no, 21. If the total liabilities of the business was 80,000 before the above transactions, what is the value of total liabilities after these transactions? So if the total liabilities of the business was 80,000 before the transactions, now my transactions were calling 80,000 tibbana. 80,000 tibbana liabilities. What is the value or what is the closing balance after these transactions? And what is the total liabilities after these transactions? 80,000 opening balance add 50,000. Then total liability will be 130,000. Yes, third one is the answer. Third one is the answer. Hari. Question number 22. Question number 22. The source document and the prime entry book used to record purchasing a car of rupees 2 million for sale on credit in a used cars buying and selling business are respectively. So the source document and the prime entry book used to record purchasing a car of 2 million for sale on credit. So the make use for sale, no? For reselling purpose. Selling purpose for sale on credit. එහෙනම් පුතේ අපි sell කරන්න මේ business එක මේක ගන්නවා කියන්නේ අපි buying and selling business එකක් කරන්නේ මේකේ. ඒතර buying and selling business එකක් කියන්නේ cars ගන්න අපේ inventories හැටියට. ඒතර when you purchase trade goods අපි ඒ sell කරන්න ගන්න ඒවට අපි කියන පුතේ trade goods කියලා. When you purchase trade goods on credit, you can record those under the purchase journal. ඔයා use කරන්න පුතේ current asset ඒ කියන්නේ asset එක credit purchase කළා නම් ඔයා දාන්න ඒවා general journal එකේ. නමුත් ඔයා මේ inventory එකක් නිකන් trade goods නේ. ඒත් විකුණන්න නිකන් for sale purpose නේ. Yes, for selling purpose නේ. එතකොට purchase invoice purchase journal එක තමයි දාන්නේ. purchase journal එකේ එන්නේ පුතේ document එක. එතකොට purchase invoice. Then answer is purchase invoice and purchases journal. And purchases invoice and purchases journal. Fourth one is the answer. Fourth one is the answer for question number 22. Okay. Now see the 23. 23. Question number 23. The check of 15,000 rupees 15,000 received from Ravi, a debtor, has been recorded in the ledger of the business. So පුතේ check එකක් හම්බ වෙලා තියෙනවා from the Ravi. Yes, from Ravi, a debtor has been recorded in the ledger of the business. එතකොට අපිට check එකක් හම්බ වෙනකොට අපි දන්නවා දැන් debtor ගෙන්නේ හම්බ වෙන්නේ. එතකොට debtor account credit, cash account debit. ඔයා check එක හම්බෙච්ච ගමන් පුතේ immediately bank account එකේ දානවා නම් bank debit කරන්න පුළුවන්. මෙතන එහෙම එකක් කියන්නේ නැහැ. එතකොට අපිට check එක අපේ cash in hand වලට add වුණා කියලා තමයි අපි හිතන්නේ. මොකද ඔයාටනේ හම්බුනේ දැන් not the bank account. එතකොට when depositing this check in the bank account, the correct double entry should be as. දැන් ඔයාට හම්බුණානේ check එක. ඒ හම්බුණාම check එක ඒක අපි consider කරේ මොකක් කියලාද? අපි ඒක consider කළේ පුතේ cash in hand හැටියට. ඒතර cash in hand ටික දැන් bank එකේ deposit කරනවා. Then what will happen? Then you can credit it to the cash account and debit it to the bank account. In a cash in hand deposit කරද්දී පුතේ cash account credit, bank account debit. Then first one is the answer. Bank account debit 15,000, cash account credit 15,000. And keep in mind that when you receive the check, you should consider that as the cash in hand. Now cash in hand at cash account debit karala, debtor account credit karala. Then after that you can deposit that in the bank account. Understood? Okay. Let's see the 24th question. 24th question. The petty cash impressed of a business is 5,000. That is the petty cash float. I can put the petty cash impressed mean that is the amount of money given by the main cashier to do the transactions during the period. එනම් පුතේ main cashier petty cashier ට දෙන amount එක තමයි අපි කියන්නේ petty cash impressed එක කියලා. That is the specific amount we have decided. අපි decided කරලා තියෙන්නේ පුතේ 5,000 ඇති monthly වැඩ ටික කරගෙන යන්න කියලා. ඒක decided amount එක තමයි අපි කියන්නේ petty cash impressed කියලා. It is given by the main cashier. එහෙනම් main cashier තමයි ඒක දෙන්නේ. හරි? Okay, the balance of the petty cash book in this business was 800 as at 31st January 2022. The total amount of expenses column brought to ledger from the petty cash book on the same day is. If he has 800 available balance, that means he has spent 4,200 from the given balance. We have given 5,000. No? We gave 5,000 for the petty cashier. But the petty cashier we dunna 5,000. But at the end of the January, he has only 800 rupees. So that means he has spent 4,200. And the second one is the answer. එනම් අපෙන් අහන්නේ expenditures total එකනේ column expenditure column එකේ total එක. So 4,200. Okay. Second one is the answer for 24. The 25th. බලන්න 25th. මොකද දැන් මේ recording link එක කට්ටියට share කරන්න හරිද? දැන් next day I will prepare for the class little bit early because then I can share the link little bit early. මේ අද link එක share කරගන්න බැරි වෙච්ච එක නේ. ගොඩක් තමයි මට දාලත් තිබ්බා recording එක දෙන්න සර් කියලා. මේ අපිට prepare වෙලා කරමු. එතකොට link එක share කරලා එහෙම කට්ටිය පොඩ දැනුවත් කරලා. Okay. මොකද දැන් last week තමයි මම මේක start කරන්න බැරි last week ඔයාලගේ exam ටික වුණා. එතකොට දැන් මේ exam schedule ඔයාලගේ ටික ටික වෙනස් වෙච්ච නිසා තමයි එකපාරට දැන් තියෙනවා exam නැහැ කියනවා assignment වගේ තියෙනවා කියනවා එහෙම එකපාරට වැටිච්ච නිසා තමයි මේක මේ සතියේ ඉඳන් start කළේ. Okay. Could I see the 25th question? What is the transaction that the journal voucher is used as a source document? So the journal voucher mean what is the source doc? What is the prime entry belong that? The journal voucher ka මොන prime entry book එකේ document එකද? අපෙන් අහන what is the transaction that the journal voucher is used as a source document? අපි දන්න පුතේ journal voucher එක use කරන්නේ general journal එක. For which journal? For the general journal. හරි general journal එකට තමයි පුතේ මේක use කරන්නේ. So general journal එකේ මොනවද record කරන transactions? What are the transactions we can record in the general journal? The purchasing a stock of goods 10,000 for sale on credit. Purchase a stock of goods rupees 10,000 for sale on credit. එතකොට පුතේ purchase කරාම sale purpose ගන්න stock අපිට purchase journal එකේ තමයි ඒක දාන්න. The purchase journal එකට document එක වෙන්නේ purchase invoice. Purchases invoice. It is wrong. Then purchasing furniture for the business in cash. Cash වලින් ගන්නකොට පුතේ cash නේ pay කරන්නේ. ඒතකොට cash payment voucher එකට. It's wrong. Third one, obtaining a loan of 200,000 for the business from a financial institution. Putte, when you obtain a loan, you will receive a cash. Then cash book you can use to record that. The cash book එකේ පුතේ cash receipt එක තමයි use කරන්නේ. Cash receipt. When you receive the money, you can use cash receipt. Then it's wrong. Fourth one, obtaining a stock of goods 5,000 for the personal use of owner from the business. පුතේ අන්න ඒක නම් අපිට stock drawings එකන්නේ. ඒක අපිට record කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ general journal එකේ. Then you have to prepare journal voucher. Okay, then fourth one is the answer for question number 25. The question number 25, answer is 4. Okay, then see the 26th. Sandun paid rupees 2,000 for tuition fees of his son Kasol from a check of the business. What is the double entry relevant to record this transaction? පුතේ එයා දැන් සඳුන් tuition fee එක ගෙවන්නේ යාගේ පුතාගෙනේ. ඒතකොට it's a personal transaction. එතකොට he used Yes, he uses business money or cash of the business for his personal use. Then it's a drawing. Then drawings account should be debited. Drawings account should be debited. Then he paid from check, no? Then bank account should be credited. Cash credit කරන්න තිබ්බ පුතේ cash වලින් දුන්නා but he paid from the check. එහෙනම් drawings account debit, bank account credit. පුතේ first one is the answer 26th. For the 26th, first one is the answer. Okay. හරි බලමු පුතේ 27th. Question number 27th. මේ අමාරු නෑ. මේ ගොඩක් ලේසි. හරියට තේරුම් ගන්න ඕනේ. මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්නක් තියෙනවා නම් මට අහන්න ඕනේ. හරි. Okay. See the 27th. A reason for that the balance of bank account in Amal's business is less than the balance of bank statement received. දැන් අපිට කියන්නේ a reason for that the balance of bank account in Amal's business. The bank account එකේ balance එක less than the bank statement balance. Make a less bank statement එක greater. පුතේ bank account එක less bank statement එකට වඩා. Why? What is the reason? එමණ කියන්නේ that the balance of bank account in Amal's business is less than the balance of bank statement received. පුතේ පළවෙනි එක මොකද්ද? The check 15,000 deposited on 30th March was not realized. Putte api when we deposited, then our balance should be increases. Our balance should be increased. When we deposited, then it's wrong. මොකද අපේ balance එක less නේ. ඒක වැරදි. එහෙනම් first one wrong. Second one. The check of 25,000 issued to Ruan, but it was not presented to the bank. Anna putte. Api issued check. Issued karanne api paid. That is the paid check. That means when we pay, we should subtract the balance. Ena putte api pay kala kiyanne api subtract karagena. But it wasn't presented to the bank. එයා පුතේ බැංක් එකට ගිහලා ඒ චෙක් එක එන් කැෂ් කරගෙන නැහැ. චෙක් එක කැෂ් කරගෙන නැහැ. Then bank balance is greater than our balance. Greater than the our balance. එහෙනම් මේ මොකද එයාගෙන් තාම subtract වෙලා නැහැනේ. ඒතකොට එයාගේ balance එක greater, අපේ balance එක low. Then answer is second. පුතේ second one is the answer for 27th. Now, second one is the answer for 27th question. Okay. Put the 28th වලට මොකක්ද answer එක? What is the answer for 28th? What is the question? Yes, very good. Let's see. Select the answer that indicates an error that is not revealed from a trial balance prepared at the end of the accounting year. So we know there are two types of errors. Errors which can be identified through the trial balance or which cannot be identified through the trial balance. So the trial balance එකෙන් identify කරන්න පුළුවන් errors තියෙනවා, බැරි errors තියෙනවා. When the trial balance totals are not equal, තේරෙනවද පුතේ? ඔයාගේ trial balance එකේ totals equal නැත්නම් debit credit එකේ then you can directly identify there should be an error. Difference එකක් තියෙනවා නම් පුතේ trial balance එකේ debit credit equal නැත්නම් අන්න අපි දන්නවා error එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා trial balance එකේ. But sometimes your trial balance is equal. Although the trial balance is equal, you can identify errors by an investigation. එහෙනම් ඉන්වෙස්ටිගේෂන් එකක් කරලා තමයි ඊට පස්සේ හොයාගන්න වෙන්නේ. ඔයාගේ තව ඇඩ්වාන්ස් ඉන්වෙස්ටිගේෂන් එකක් කරන්න ඕනේ. මොකක් කරේ ඔයාගේ errors තියෙනවද කියලා බලා ගන්න. මොකද trial balance එක ඔයාට කියන්න බෑ errors තියෙනවා කියලා because trial balance is equal. equal වුණොත් පුතේ වැරදි තියෙනවා කියලා කියන්න බෑ. එහෙනම් debit credit equal උනේ නැත්තම් තමයි අපි මොකක් කරන්නේද? debit credit equal උනේ නැත්තම් තමයි අපි trial balance එකෙන් කියන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ error එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා. දැන් මොකද මේක කියන්නේ? Select the answer that indicates an error. Yes. Select the answer that indicates an error that is not revealed from a trial balance. A trial balance again revealed when නැති එක. මොකද්ද පුතේ? Purchase of 1,500 in cash recorded only in the cash book. පුතේ cash purchase කරාම cash credit වෙලා purchase account එකට debit වෙනවා. ඒතර මේක record කරලා තියෙන්නේ this has been recorded only in cash book. ඒතර cash book credit කරලා purchase account එකට debit කරලා නැහැ. ඒතර debit side is lower no? Then it is impacted to the trial balance. එහෙනම් පුතේ trial balance එකට ඒක impact වෙනවා. ඒක trial balance එකට impact වෙනවා. මේක තියෙන්නේ not revealed කියලා. Not revealed කියන්නේ trial balance is equal. Then debit credits are equal. First one එකේ debit credit equal නෑ පුතේ. Then first one wrong. Second one, when paying a creditor, discount received of 500 wasn't recorded in discount received account. අපි දන්න පුතේ discount received එක debited to the creditors account and credited to the discount received account. එහෙනම් මේක මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? මේක discount received account එකේ record කරලා but not in the creditors account. එතකොට one entry නේ record කරලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට පුතේ this one also impacted to the trial balance. Then third one, credit purchase of 55,000 was recorded correctly in the purchase journal but was credited as 50,000 to the creditors account. පුතේ බලන්න. purchase journal එකේ හරියට record කළා this credit purchases. අපි දන්නවා credit purchases should be debited to the purchase account and credited to the creditors account. එහෙනම් purchase journal එකේ හරියට දැම්ම කියන්නේ it has been recorded to the purchase account correctly. ඒ කියන්නේ පුතේ debit entry එක හරියට ඇවිල්ලා. But credit entry was wrong. credit entry එකට දාලා තියෙන පුතේ 50,000. එතකොට there is a difference now. Then fourth one, paid insurance charges of 1,500 has been recorded in the cash book correctly, but it was debited to the rate account. Pute, when you pay insurance expenditure, cash credit, insurance account should be debited. But erroneously, they have debited to the rate account. And then you can identify, although there is an error, your debit credits are equal. පුතේ දැන් cash credit කළා rate account නේ debit කළා තියෙන්නේ. ඒතර මෙතන error එකක් තියෙනවා. මොකද mistake එකක් තියෙනවා. You didn't debited to the insurance account. error එකක් තිබ්බට පුතේ debit credit equal. Then trial balance is equal. Then through the trial balance you can you can't reveal this. Make a reveal when in a trial balancing. I'm going to debit credit equally. Okay, then that is the transaction not revealed. That is the transaction not revealed from the trial balance. Okay, for the question number 28, answer is 4. Answer is 4. See the 30th one? No, 29th one. Paying telephone charges of rupees 9,000 in a business has been debited to telephone charges account as 900,000. Select the relevant journal entry to rectify this error. Then when you pay the telephone charges, you should credit it to the cash account and debit it to the telephone charges account. 29th, cash account should be credited as 29,000, not 29, 9,000. Debited to the telephone charges account. But it has been debited as 900. Then it has been debited to telephone charges account 900 mean they didn't mention about the cash account. That means it was correct. එයාලා cash account එක ගැන මුකුත් කියන්නේ නැහැ. එයාලා කියන්නේ telephone charges pay කරපු එක 9,000 debit කරලා තියෙනවා telephone charges account එක 900 කියලා. They didn't mention anything about the cash credit entry. That means it was correct. Make a correct. Then you can identify there is a difference between the debit and credit. When you have a difference between the debit and credit, you should open the suspense account. You should open a suspense account to correct these errors. පුතේ debit credit difference එකක් තියෙනකොට what suspense account එකක් ඕන වෙනවා මේක rectify කරන්න. Okay, then how do you rectify this? You should debit another 8,100 to the telephone charges account. And you can't credit it to the cash account. Therefore, you can use suspense account to complete your double entry. එහෙනම් පුතේ debit credit equal නැත්නම් ඔයාට suspense account එකක් ඕන වෙනවා මේක rectify කරන්න. එතකොට ඔයා ඉස්සෙල්ලම correct entry එක තියලා double entry එක complete කරනවා suspense account එකත් එක්ක. Here you need another 8,100 to correct this. Then you can debit 8,100 to telephone charges account, then credit to the suspense account. Then what is the answer? Second one is the answer. Telephone charges account debit, suspense account is credited. Yes. Understood? Okay. So this is the 30th one. When you do the first papers, you can cover entire syllabus of you. මුළු සිලබස් එකෙන්ම පුතේ ප්‍රශ්න එනවනේ ඒක නිසා ඔයාට entire syllabus එකම remind කරගන්න පුළුවන් when you do the first papers. Okay? එතකොට දැන් ඔයාට මොනවාර questions වැරදුනා නම් ඒ වැරදුන ඒවායි theory ටික text book එකෙන් update කරගන්න ඕනේ. ඊළඟට ඔයාලා class කී ඒවායි tunes තියෙනවා නම් ඒවා remind කරගන්න. එහෙමත් මොනවාර ප්‍රශ්නයක් තිබ්බොත් මට message එකක් දාන්න. WhatsApp message එකක් එවන්න question එක photo එකක් එක්ක. Okay, so this is the 30th one. The Samagi Sports Club has 100 members And the monthly membership fee is rupees 50 per member. Annual subscription fee of 70 members has been received for the year ended 31st December 2021. Okay, the membership fee income to be stated in the income statement. We know under the sports clubs and the associations or non-profit businesses, not businesses, organizations. The non-profit organizations should be prepared income statement, receipt and payment book, and the SOFP for their state financial statements. Under the income statement, you should take the relevant income and expenditures for the period. For the income statement, we include relevant income and expenditures, not the received income or paid expenditures. Keep in mind that relevant expenditures, relevant income and expenditures, income statement, like profit and loss statement. Profit and loss statement, relevant income, expenditure, non-profit business, we can't identify that as the profit and loss. We are normally called that income statement. Income statement kila tamai kyane to relevant income, relevant expenditures tamai ganne. So what is the relevant income here? Relevant income means Samagi Sports Club has 100 members and the monthly membership fee is 50 per member. Annual subscription fee of 70 members has been received. For the year ended 31st December 2021, annual membership income. We have 100 members. No? Per member fee for the month is 50. Put up to 50 rupees 50 per month fee. Then we should multiply by 12 because we need to identify the annual income. So the annual income annual income you should include your monthly membership fee into 12. Then what is the amount? $100 into 50, 5,000. 5,000 into 12, 60,000. Then rupees 60,000 is the answer for the membership fee income. And a membership fee annual income is 60,000. Answer is 4. Now for the 30th question, answer is 4. Keep in mind that when you prepare the income statement, you should consider the relevant income and expenditures, not the paid expenditures or received income. Understood? බලන්න ඊට පස්සේ questions 31 and 2. Put the answer question number 31 and 32 using the following information. 31 to බලන්න. You are given the information relevant to the manufacturing business. The following are expenses to produce 1,000 kilograms of cakes in a cake manufacturing business during the month ended 31st March. Okay. 31. පුතේ බලන්න. The prime cost for the business or production of cakes for the month ended. Putte prime cost mean when you manufacture the goods, total of direct costs we can identify as prime cost. And you can use direct material. Direct material mean main material you use to manufacture the product. And the direct labor mean that is the main labor or main person you use to convert your raw material into finished goods. And raw materials finished goods වලට convert කරන්න use කරන main labor තමයි පුතේ අපි කියන්නේ direct labor. And other direct mean some other permit cost, royalty fees, like these things. All those total we can identify as prime cost. එහෙනම් පුතේ බලන්න what is the main material here? Direct material. What is the total of direct material? කියන්න. Tell me. Put here, wheat flour is the main material. Wheat flour is the main material. And in addition to that, you can take the eggs as the main material. Okay, when you make the cakes, you can identify main material is wheat flour and eggs. Then you can take direct materials as 110,000. Direct materials 110,000. Then other materials comes under the overhead. Overhead mean indirect costs. And wages of cake maker. I told you he is the main labor for this process. He knows the way of converting these raw materials into finished goods. එනම් පුතේ raw materials ටික finished goods කරන්න දන්න එක්කෙනා තමයි එයා. එහෙනම් එයා තමයි direct labor. $45,000. And rent of the building, electricity bill, all those comes under the overhead cost, indirect cost. Then that's all about the direct cost. Then take the total of this. Yes. This is the prime cost, total prime cost of the business. Prime cost of the products. Okay. This is the prime cost. Any question? Okay. Then now see the 32. Question number 32. What is the selling price of 1 kilogram of cake if retaining a 10% profit margin? පුතේ අපි එතකොට total cost එක හොයලා අපි ගහන්නේ 1 kilogram එකක price එකනේ. එතකොට total cost එක හොයලා ඒකට profit margin එකක් තියලා number of kilograms වලින් divide කරාම අපිට එනවා per unit selling price. per unit selling price. Calculate that. එහෙනම් මේ total cost එක ගන්න. Total cost. You can take this total. You can take the total of these. Then prime cost එක තිබ්බනේ 150,000. What is the total cost? Prime cost plus overhead cost. Overhead mean indirect cost. The prime cost plus overhead costs. Prime cost එක එනවා කීයද? 155,000. Overhead cost මොනවද එන්නේ? Other materials, rent and electricity. කීයද? 20, 30, 45. $45,000 is the overhead cost. And the total cost is 200,000. Total cost is 200,000. Then you can add, or you can take the per unit cost. Cost per unit. Cost per unit. The cost per unit ගන්න පුළුවන් 200,000 divided by 1000 kilograms. 200,000 divided by 1000 kilograms. That means 200 plus 10% profit margin. Plus 10% profit margin. එතකොට පුතේ 200 plus 10% mean 20 නේ. 200 and 10% කියන්නේ 20. Then 200 plus 20, 220 rupees. 220 rupees is the selling price of the good. 220. එහෙනම් කොහොමද වන්නේ total cost එක ගත්තා. ඒ total cost එකෙන් per unit cost එක ගත්තා. ඊට එකට profit margin එක add කළා. Understood? Then for the question number 32, 220. Fourth one is the answer. Okay. හරි. බලන්න පුතේ ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නේ. Question number 33. මේකේ workings on නම් screenshot එකක් ගන්න. පුතේ question number 33. Question number 33 බලන්න. Okay. මම මේක මකනවා. Question number 33. Question number 33. Select the journal entry. I know neither. Can you hear me? Select the journal entry relevant to the adjustments of building rent of Sulochana's business for the year end. What is the description given? Sulochana's business is conducted in a rented building for rupees 10,000 per month. Rupees 80,000 has been paid as the building rent for the year. We know a relevant building rent is 10,000 into 12 months. No? Then that means 120,000. 120,000 is the relevant building rent for the year. But she has paid 80,000. She has paid 80,000 for the year. another 20,000 to be paid. No, 20,000, 40,000. Sorry, 120,000 තමයි relevant amount එක 80,000 ගෙවලා තියෙන. તો 40,000 to be paid. Another 40,000 should be paid. එතකොට පුතේ කොහොමද double entry එක adjust කරන්නේ? What is the double entry for accrued rent? Relevant expense account debit, accrued rent account credit. And relevant expense account debit 40,000, accrued rent account credit. First one is the answer. First one is the answer. Okay. So question number 33, first one is the answer. Question number 33, first one is the answer. Okay. See the 34. Building rent should be included in the statement of financial position of Solochana's business. The financial position assets, liabilities, and equity. But here, at the end of the period, you have a liability of 40,000. The 40,000 liability the accrued building rent. Accrued building rent is 40,000. That is a liability. So we should include that under the SOFP, under the current liabilities. Now, current liabilities will accrued building rent 40,000. Okay. Then answer is 1. 1 is the answer of 434. Question number 34, answer is 1. Harida. Okay. And now question number 34 when I come back. Okay. That is the most important question in your syllabus. That is the largest lesson in the accounting. In accounting, what syllabus according to your syllabus, this is the most largest question. Okay. Make it 35 to 40 use answer karandalu answers dandalu using following information. Put the order the trial balance. You are given the trial balance. Okay, and also additional information also given. And also additional information given. Okay. 35. Question number 35. The cost of sales of the Kusal's business for the year ended. You know, when you calculate the cost of sales, you have a working. What a working cost of sales. What is the working? Under the cost of sales, you know, under the cost of sales, you can take opening stock plus purchases. Then you have to add, you should add carriage inwards and loading expenses like these things. Then subtract the closing stock. Then you can take cost of sales. You can take the answer for cost of sales. That is the working you should follow. So then now identify the details relevant to this. Under the additional information, you have remaining stock at end. Remaining stock at the end is 80,000. You can put that as the closing inventory. In a closing inventory, put the 80,000. And what are the other details? 4,000 should be written off as bad debts. And the rent to be received as at 31st December is 2,000. Make it opening stock purchases. Purchases of the trial balance is 200,000. 200,000. Stock at the beginning. Stock as at 1st of January, 100,000. තව මොනවද තියෙන්නේ කියලා බලන්න පුතේ. Motor vehicle, we don't want bank loan, cash, insurance, rent, employee salary. Yes, we don't want others. අනිත් ඉන්ෆෝමේෂන් අපිට වැඩක් නැහැ පුතේ. බලන්න 35 එකට ආන්සර් කිය දෙන්නේ කියලා. Here 300,000 is the total. Then from this you should subtract 80,000. Then 220 is the answer. Cost of sales is 220,000. The cost of sales 220,000. The cost of sales is 220,000. Okay. the 36 බලන්න. The gross profit of the Kusals business. Put the gross profit කොහොමද ගන්නේ? How do you take the gross profit for 36? Gross profit ගන්නේ කොහොමද? You know, gross profit you can take gross profit equal sales minus cost of sales. Put sales minus cost of sales. Here you have sales income 450,000. You have a sales income of 450,000. And you have calculated the cost of sales as 220,000. Okay. But now what is the gross profit? 30,000. Yes. So the rupees 230,000 is the gross profit. 230,000 is the gross profit. और मैं workings टिक लिया गन पुते हम हम workings टिक पार्डन करना गन्ने हेट मत करते यागन. Okay. इलाका रहा ना the net profit of the Kusal's business. पुते net profit टे किए देखे लहानो. How do you take the net profit? अब दाना पुते after taking the gross profit, you can adjust other income and other expenditures. After taking the gross profit, you can adjust other income and other expenditures. The other income can be discount received income, interest income, dividend income, commission income, other income. Expenditures when other distribution, administration, finance, and others. Those are the expenditures, other expenditures. Okay, then for the 37, okay. Then after taking the gross profit, known as sales minus cost of sales, known because you have calculated the gross profit. No? Then add other income and minus expenses. Okay, then roughly you can calculate. Then full format ගහන්න ඕනේ නැහැ පුතේ මේවා. මේ 2 marks questions වලට හදන්නේ. So roughly you can calculate. Then මෙහෙම workings දාලා rough sheet එකක් කරන් හදන්න. එතකොට තමයි properly you can take the answer. Otherwise you will waste time. දැන් එහෙම තැන් තැන් වල පොඩි කටුවට තැන් තැන් වල ලිව්වහම පුතේ වැරදුනහම ආන්සර් එක හොයන්න බෑ. ආයි ලියන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට it is wasting time. Therefore write the workings properly. හරි. එහෙනම් බලන්න අපි gross profit එක අපි identify කරගත්තානේ පුතේ. What is the gross profit? 230,000. 230,000 is the gross profit. Then what are the other incomes? පුතේ start from the additional information. Additional information වල තියෙනවා මොනවද? After the cost of sale, after the closing stock, after the closing stock, you are given 4,000 should be written off as bad debts. එහෙනම් පුතේ bad debts written off කරන්නලු 4,000. ඒත් එක බලන්න trial balance එකේ තව bad debts තියෙනවද කියලා? Trial balance එකේ bad debts නැහැනේ පුතේ තව දීලා. එහෙනම් you can put that bad debts under the expenses. Bad debts කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Bad debts කියන්නේ it's a loss. ඒ කියන්නේ trade receivables ලගෙන් හම්බෙන්නේ නැති සල්ලි. Debtors ලගෙන් හම්බෙන්නේ නැති සල්ලි අපි bad debts කියලා set off කරනවා, write off කරනවා. 4,000. It's an expense. It's a loss. expense එකක් පුතේ. එහෙනම් මතක තියාගන්න අපි net profit එක calculate කරද්දී additional information වලින් පටන් ගන්න එක තමයි හොඳ. මොකද එහෙම නැත්නම් trial balance එකේ information ටික අරගත්තොත් ඔයාට relevant informations miss වෙනවා. Because when you calculate the net profit, you should identify the relevant income and expenditures. ඔයා relevant income and expenditures නේ පුතේ ගන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට ඔයා trial balance එකෙන් පටන් ගත්තොත් ඔයාට අර additionals miss වෙනවා. ඒ නිසා additional information වලින් start කරන්න. Then you can identify the relevant information. පුතේ ඊළඟට තියෙනවා rent to be received as at 31st December is 2,000. පුතේ rent හම්බ වෙන්න තියෙනවලු to be received 2,000. 2,000 හම්බ වෙන්න තියෙනවලු කීයක්ද? මේ හම්බ වෙන්න තියෙනවා 2,000 and see whether you have received something. වාට කීයක් හම්බෙලා තියෙනවද කියලා බලන්න trial balance එක. පුතේ මෙන්න trial balance එක තියෙනවා received rent 3,000. I know received rent amount is 3,000 but another 2,000 to be received. Then altogether 5,000 is the relevant rent income. ඒක පුතේ income එකක්. Rent income. Sometimes you might give some part of the building as a rent under the rent agreement. Then it is an income. So 5,000 is the rent income, relevant rent income for the period. එහෙනම් 3,000 තියෙනවා පුතේ received income එක. 2,000 තියෙනවා receivable amount එක. එතන altogether 5,000 is the relevant rent income. Okay. බලන්න පුතේ. That's all about the additional information. And additional information ඔච්චරයි නේ තියෙන්නේ. Then you can check the trial balance and identify the relevant income and expenditure. The sales, purchases, closing, opening stock we don't want. Motor vehicle at cost 800,000. We don't want that. So the depreciation තිබ්බනම් විතරයි අපි calculate කරන්නේ. මේක depreciation දීලා නැහැ. Motor vehicle cost එක විතරයි දීලා තියෙන depreciation දීලා නැහැ. Depreciation තිබ්බනම් අපි ගන්නවා. ඊළඟට තියෙනවා 10% bank loan. Bank loan amount is a liability. So the bank loan එක liability ගන්න. But you should calculate the interest on that. 10% තමයි interest rate එක. එතකොට 100,000 is the bank loan. What is the 10% on that? What is the amount of 10% on that? 100,000 into 10%. Then rupees 10,000 is the relevant interest amount. Relevant interest amount on that loan. එහෙනම් පුතේ මේක තමයි relevant interest expense එක. You can put that under the expenses. Yes. Loan interest කියලා අපි දාමු. 10,000. ඒක පුතේ relevant expense එක. ඔයා එතකොට දැන් මේ වගේ questions වලට you want to allocate little bit more time. එතකොට අනිත් අර small questions ටක් ගාලා ඔයා solve කරලා time එක ඉතුරු කරගන්න. ඉතුරු කරගෙන මේ වගේ ඒවට විනාඩි දෙකක් වැඩිපුර allocate කරන්න ඕන. Okay. එහෙනම් පුතේ 10,000 is the relevant income, relevant interest expense for the period. Don't take the bank loan, it is a liability. ඊළඟ පුතේ cash balance එනවා. Cash balance is also a liability. An asset we don't want. Insurance fee 7,000. 7,000, it's an expense. Insurance. The insurance is 7,000. A received rent we took. Employee salary, it's an expense. Employee salary, 12,000. The employee's salary, 12,000. It's an expense. Ilagata equity capital, we don't want that. Debtors, creditors, those are assets and liabilities. Puthe, this is the bank loan interest paid amount. This is the bank loan interest paid amount. Paid bank loan interest. Now 8,000 is the paid amount. But you should take the relevant expense for the period. එහෙනම් ඔයා profit එක calculate කරද්දී පුතේ relevant expense එක ගන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට මේ තමයි relevant expense එක. එතකොට මේ bank loan interest paid amount එක තමයි 8,000. You don't want that. Okay. Then take the, that's all about the income and expenditures. Then take the profit. පුතේ බලන්න 235,000 තමයි මෙතන total එක. මේකෙන් අඩු කරන්න මේ ටික කීයද? Yes, 33,000. 33,000 is the total of expenditures. Total of expenditures. පුතේ එතකොට yes, second one is the answer. This is the net profit. This is the net profit. Okay, this is the net profit. හරිද පුතේ? Okay, take the screenshot of this. හරි බලමු පුතේ 38. Question number 38. The amount of total liabilities of Kusal's business. හරි නේද පුතේ නා? මම මේක මගන්නම්. ඊළඟට අහනවා අපේ total liabilities of Kusal's business at the end of the period. පුතේ Kusal's business as of 31st December 2021 is total liabilities. Total liabilities කිව්වහම මෙතන mention කරන්න නැහැ නේ පුතේ current liabilities non current liabilities ද කියලා. Then you should take total liabilities, all the liabilities in the business. They identify, see the additional information as I told you. Additional information balan issellam. Remaining stock is an asset. The 4,000 bad debts is a loss, is an expense. We don't want. Rent receivable amount. The receivable rent is an asset. Accrued amount it's a liability. And I make no liabilities under the additional information. Additional information liabilities. Now see the trial balance. Sales, purchases, cost, stock we don't want, motor vehicle assets. The bank loan. Bank loan is 100,000. It's a liability. Bank loan. 100,000. Bank loan එක පුතේ 100,000. ඊළඟට ඒකේ ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් එක තිබ්බනේ 10%. 10% කියන්නේ 10,000 නේ. bank loan interest එක 10,000. But you are given they have paid 8,000 interest within the period. Then another 2,000 to be paid. That is the accrued interest. Accrued interest means it's a liability. Then 10,000 bank loan interest එකක් relevant නේ මේකට. මේ 100,000 වලට 10% කියන්නේ 10,000 interest එකක් relevant. ඒත් පල්ලෙහා දීලා තිබ්බනේ you have paid 8,000 නෝ. එහෙනම් 8,000 ගෙවලා තියෙන්නේ. Then another 2,000 to be paid. That means it's an accrued interest. Accrued interest is a liability. Accrued interest is a liability. පුතේ එතකොට liabilities ගොඩට accrued interest දාගෙන 2,000. Okay, then cash balance, insurance fee, rent අපිට වැඩක් නැහැ පුතේ ඒවා. Then creditors have. The total of creditors is 35. Then total is 137,000. පුතේ මේ 2,000 ගත්තේ කොහොමද? How did you take this? 10,000 minus 8,000. Keep in mind that 10,000 is the relevant interest for the period. How did you take this 10,000? 100, then 10% on bank loan. Bank loan එක 100,000. ඒක 10% තමයි 10,000. 10,000 වලින් 8,000 අඩු කළාම ඔයා 2,000 ගන්න. Okay. Then total of liabilities is 137,000. But the fourth one is the answer for 38. And a 38 toilet, fourth one is the answer. The last two questions. 39. The amount of total assets of Kusal's business. Put ඊළඟට ඉල්ලනවා total assets. Total assets කියන්නේ මේකේ පුතේ current non current ඔක්කොමනේ. Current assets, non current assets ඔක්කොම. Okay. As I told you, you should start from the additional information. Additional information වලින් පටන් ගන්න. Okay. Then you can see remaining stock. It's an asset. පුතේ remaining stock කියන්නේ asset එක. ඒ කියන්නේ closing stock නේ. Closing stock කියලා දාන්න. How much? 80,000. එහෙනම් closing asset එකක් නිසා අපි ගන්න ඕනේ ඒක. පුතේ ඊළඟට කියනවා 4,000 should be written off as bad debts no. එහෙනම් debtors ලගෙන් 4,000 අඩු කරන්න. අපේ debtors ලා ඉන්නවා පුතේ debtors ලා කියන asset එකනේ. අපේ trial balance එකේ ඉන්නවා debtors amount is 46,000. Then that is not the asset. Why? You should subtract 4,000. Because 4,000 is a bad debt. එනපුත 46,000 debtors ලා හිටියට දැන් 4,000 සල්ලි හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ ඒක loss එකක්. එහෙනම් අඩු කරන්න. So the debtor value is 42,000. So the debtor value is 42,000. Right? Then what else? Under the third information, additional information, you are given the rent to be received. It's an asset. Why? Because it's a receivable rent. Receivable rent can put the asset. Receivable rent. $2,000. Put the receivable rent can asset. Receivable rent can asset. Oh, ඊළඟට බලන්න පුතේ තව මොනවද trial balance එකේ තියෙන්නේ කියලා. That's all about the additional information. Then ඔයාලට දීලා තියෙනවා trial balance එකේ sales, purchases, stock ගන්න එපා ඒක opening date එකට තියෙන්නේ. And motor vehicle cost. Yes, take the motor vehicle. It's an asset. Motor vehicle. How much? 800,000. The motor vehicle cost is 800,000. Bank loan liability cash balance is here. Cash balance. It's an asset. $15,000. And insurance, received rent, capital, data we took, creditors. Yes, we don't want. HRFD. What is the total? This is the total, 939,000. Okay, see the answer. The second one is the answer, 939,000. 939,000. Put understood? Okay. Make a screenshot again. Okay, now see the last question. 40th one. 40th one. Put the equity of Kusal's business as at 31st December. Put what are the things belongs to the equity? Equity could belong when you put drawings, additional capitals, profit of the year. Okay, those are the equity. Those are the factors affected to equity. Okay, so here you are given the opening capital. So the opening capital is first of January 2021. 1st of January 2021 is 600,000. And the 600,000 tamai opening capital. And no drawings during the period. And no additional capital during the period. Then only thing which affected to the capital is profit. Then what is the profit for the period? We have calculated. What is the net profit? 202,000. Isn't it? 202,000 ne apita ave 37 වල උත්තරය ආවේ net profit of the business. Yes, I think. Then profit එක පුතේ 202,000. Then answer is rupees 802,000. That is the closing capital or equity as at 31st December 2021. Okay, but the third one is the answer. Question number 40. Third one is the answer. Okay. එනම් පුතේ මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ. That is how we can prepare profit and loss and the හරිද පුතේ? ඇහෙනවද දැන්? Can you hear me? මං හිතන්නේ mic ran out of the power. mic එකේ power එක ඉවර වෙලා වගේ ගන්නටම අපි ඉවර වෙනකොටම. දැන් ඇහෙනව නේද මේකේ? කලින් mic එකේ. Okay. පුතේ එහෙනම් ඔන්න අද program එක අපි successfully complete කළා කියලා මම හිතනවා. අපි මේකෙන් identify කරගත්ත ඔයාලගේ errors ආයි remind කරගන්න. අපි next Friday another paper we can discuss. Okay, I will share the PDF to the group. Okay, then next day we can aware more students or more your friends. හරි. එතකොට යාළුවන්ට link එක share කරලා පොඩ්ඩක් අපි මේ පිළිබඳව එයාලට support එකක් දෙමු. I will share the recording also. මම YouTube එකේ වීඩියෝ එක අප්ලෝඩ් කරලා ඔයාලට recording link එක දාන්නම් group එකට. ඒකෙන් ඔයාලා තවත් අවශ්‍ය නම් ආයි explanation ටික ආයි බලන්න. Okay, then thank you all. Good night and study well. Okay, God bless.